everyone! Did you know that our guest this time is an alumnus from our campus, the Muhammadiyah University of Riau? He's from the Communication Studies, and last year he had the amazing opportunity to join a student exchange program in Sydney, Australia. Sounds exciting, right? So, who is he? Let's check this out.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. Tell me something I don't know. This is our very first episode. I'm Zizi and this is my partner Nabila.
Hello guys, how everyone doing? How about you Ziza? How are you?
I'm feeling good and how about you Nabila?
Also feeling great, especially because today guest is someone super inspiring.
Okay, can't wait to talk with him. Just imagine our guest today has lived far from home in a different country with a different language, and through that experience he discovered more about himself.
Alright, so get ready for a meaningful story with Ilham Hamadi.
Hi.
Okay.
Ilham.
Nabila.
Ilham.
How are you Ilham?
As always, very good and feeling grateful today.
That's great to hear. How was your trip coming here? Smooth or any trouble?
Actually, there's no any trouble, but yeah, as we know, Pekanbaru also have a traffic every day, especially in Sudirman. Yeah, I'm going straight for my house. It's like 1.5 hours from Pangkalan Kerinci to Pekanbaru, and I'm going straight to here.
Alhamdulillah, that everything went well.
Honestly, I can relate to us about your experience. First question, what did you feel the moment you arrived in a country where the language and everything was so different?
Okay, yeah. First, of course, I feeling grateful. Like was my first time going abroad overseas, and I feeling grateful because like it's a really big opportunity for me to get to know about how the world is walking, how the world is running. Like, oh my God, it's really make me feel so blessed being a part of Indonesian delegates, because there was a big responsibilities for me to let the people know, to tell people about our culture. Yeah, there's no big challenges of the language. I've no got like language boundaries with the Australian people, because yeah, I learning English, and that's make me feels like yeah, it's really helpful in me to know and to communicate in Australia.
That must have been true, but I heard you still managed to achieve great things while adapting. What's your secret? Any tips or habits to keep you to stay focused?
Actually, there's no like tips or secret, because like yeah, everyone do this. I think since I was a kid, my family, especially my mom, taught me and teach me how to manage me all the things like time management, and to do like you know, I can do everything by myself. Like, so yeah, it actually is like yeah, you can be being individualistic, but you're not individual as well. You're just like being so we call it like so powerful by yourself. So yeah, I do like time management, and also I learn in communities and organizations, especially in campus and out of the campus. Like I've been a part of Duta Bahasa, I've been a part of Formanak Riau, and in campus I've been a part of Hima and BEM. It's really make me teach me about how to pursue myself, how to encourage myself, how to developing myself to like can management all the things. Like, oh, I'm gonna plan like usually I do like management time in head die, and I was like making notes what I'm gonna doing tomorrow for the next day. Like I'm gonna doing A, B, C, and that so make me have a guideline at the next day.
Wow, that's really impressive. Not everyone can do that, especially so far from home.
Anyway, would you want some drink?
I think yeah, I need a little drinks.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Udah. Lanjut. Okay. Beside those things, was there anything else that keep you motivated while studying abroad?
Actually, it's for myself, for my family, and for my friends. There's like I've got many support from my family and from my friends. Like everything, any little thing I do, any little thing I achieve, like my family and my friends always support me. Like they very proud of me. Like what I'm gonna do is always a kind thing, as always a positive thing. They're very proud about what I'm doing. That's the reason like I feel so blessed in the middle of them. Like every small step is like they feel it's the big step for me. That's the reason why I have a vision to give a big impact, not just a big impact, but a little impact for each other. I want to live is not just live, but I feels like live will be a live if you have a little impact, not for yourself, but for the societies. Like that's the reason that's make me involve myself to encourage myself also, and to know about like and make me my empathy is more than good than others like that.
Okay.
About hobbies, we're looking at your Instagram bio. It seems like you really enjoy cooking.
Yeah,
Is
very
that true? It's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it's not just enjoying cooking, but cooking for myself is a patience. Yeah, since I was a kid, my moms teach me how to make good dishes, to make a delicious dishes, and to make a traditional dishes. It's really helped me to can cooking anything. Like yeah, I have a little story behind it all. Like when I'm going to Australia, going abroad and overseas, I'm cooking rendang for my host family. So it's really make me feel like behind I can cook. I want to tell them about my culture. Like we know each other. Like rendang is the most delicious food in the world, and that's the reason why like I'm proud being a Minangese, and I'm proud to tell you about like tell my host family about like this is the food from my country, and it's really famous, and you can taste it. And my family feels like oh it's so yummy, Ilham, and I've got a positive response from them. And even that too, they upload in social media also, like they give a little word, and it's really make me warm feels. And I feels like wow, yeah, behind that when I was cooking there, I feels like it's really hard for me to find real ingredients same similar like Indonesia ingredients. Yeah, but I really love to cooking.
That's amazing, Ilham. Not only are you smart and accomplished, but you are also good at cooking. It's true what they say, behind someone with such a standing academic achievement, there must be strong supporting factors too.
Yeah. Okay, can I have a drink first?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm agree, Nabila, but Ilham, earlier you mentioned time management and campus communities that really help you. From your experience, how important is the role of your surrounding in archiving academic success and personal growth?
Okay, I can tell like most of my achievement is about what the impact and what the mirroring from the past years of myself. Like I'm joining like communities, organizations, like in campus and university. I'm joining like HIMA, BAM, and in external I'm joining like in another communities. It's helped me to encourage myself. It's helped me to developing myself to know like what I'm gonna do in the future. Like we realize ourselves right now is mirroring ourselves in the future. If we are in the sign A right now, we will be in the sign A in the futures. That the meaning is like the communities and the time management is really helped me to encourage and developing myself to know like I can fill up all of the thing, and I can fill up like all of my plans, even like my wish list, because like the time management and the communities like give me the communities actually give me an impact to get more impact for other. They give me an impact, but I will give the society's impacts. That's really make me feel, wow, I know that communities, organization, and time management is really helping me for the next futures.
Based from the experience you taught me, did you ever feel surrendered or feel stuck in Australia? And how you manage that thing?
Actually, I never feel stuck or never feel surrender in Australia, because like I've been prepare myself for before I'm going to Australia. Before I'm going to Australia, I prepare all the things like from the government prepare me, and from my alumni also prepare me, and make me be the best version of myself. So as an Indonesian delegate who is representing my province, I'm making like a guideline for myself, like what I'm gonna do, and what it's really prohibited for me to do. So it's really make me find like good things, and they feels like, oh, I will be representing myself and my province and also my countries. Like, yeah, this is the best versions of Indonesia, and we are the best youth in Indonesia from Indonesia. So yeah, behind it all, it's also like have a line from my story before that, like my time management, like my like my development skill, my development self, and like my growing up self. So I feels like it's so very have line each other, and it's really give big impact for me in Australia, and that's make me feels like I never feel so stressed, I never feel so surrender, because yeah, I'm happy going there, and I'm the well prefers of myself before I'm going there, like that.
Okay. It's so interesting. What your best experience, and from your side, what the best self-development you get learned in there?
Actually, yeah, I will give a little story before. I'm going there. It's not just for study, because they give me a job. So I'm going there for internship, also to people connections, to growing up myself, and then and to a cultural exchange. So at the professional development, I'm going there. They give me internship place, and I'm teaching a primary school there. It's so fun for me, because like best of my experience and best of my background, to teach the primary school is really make me like full of dopamine, because yeah, I'll be a private teacher since I was in junior high schools until I'm in senior high school. And then when I've got my internship, I feel so blessed. It's a really big development for me. This is the really learn thing for me. I can when I'm going there, when I'm internship there's like I found many kids like it's so really different from Indonesian kids. Like they like technology is so really like, oh my god, they do a technology since they are a primary school in Indonesia. Yeah, we just like we can use our books like ETC etc. And then after that, I'm developing myself like how there is really on time. That's the reason like before I'm going there, so before I'm inviting something, when someone inviting me to attend event, I always like maybe less than 30 minutes going there, because like it's really give an impact for myself when they told me to, yeah, you should being with someone who is always on time, like that. And then after behind it all is like to how we are really, when we are really feels like everyone is equal, everyone is the same thing, everyone is not just like if you have a good position you'll be more than the other. They didn't have a thing like that. So everyone is equal. So yeah, everyone is equal. That's the reason like make us never feel so tiny or little, and there's no one so feel so like big. There's a lot of developing skills I learned on there, like that.
Okay, time flies. So we're already the end of this Tell Me Something I Don't Know episode. Before we finish, can you share a message for students or three full stop or no confident?
Yeah, without confidence, we realize that we can grow up. Every people who have in the churches and every people in the famous thing, they have a good confidence. And I believe for every people and all the watchers, the student or all the university student in college, I believe like the how we can pursue ourselves is just like how we can push ourselves. We never know about our limits, so just try it and don't give up. If you want to take A, just focus on the takes A, and if you get the takes A, you will get the takes C, D, and Z, like that.
That was a meaningful story. I hope our listeners feel a bit more motivated to keep going.
That's all for today episode. Big thanks to Ilham Hamadi for sharing so inspiring story.
My pleasure.
And everyone out there feeling far from home, remember you are not alone. This journey is shaping you into the best version of yourself.
Don't forget to follow and share this podcast, and we hope to see you again in the next episode. I'm Zizi and
Nabila.
And I'm Ilham.
okay, we're saying goodbye. Stay strong, stay kind, and always find your way home.
Bye bye.
See you.